Hi everyone, my name is Maria and this is my husband Pedro and we are the proud owners of Loz Cleaners. We specialize in commercial and residential cleanings and we started 4 years ago. We just had our birthday a couple days ago and we have like a very lovely story of how we started. My husband Pedro is going to tell you about.
Hi, my name is Pedro. I'm the owner, the operator, and it's my wife Marianne, you know. So we're we're a family company. That's how we are. Like we work with families. Like even our employees are family. Where we believe in our team members. We should know who they are. We get along pretty well. So to make the story short, I was four years and a half ago. I was working as a regional manager in a financial company. Our kids were in daycare. They were by the time 3 and 6. So I told my wife, like, some of us have to stay with the kids. I want her to improve her career. I was working almost 7 days a week. I was going on vacation with a computer and airplanes, hotels. So I say it's time for me to be with the kids. So I stayed home. I was become a stay-home dad, which I enjoyed, but I become bored. I was bored. Me aburrí. I continued cleaning the house every day. Like I didn't know what else to do. Just keep cleaning until one of my best friends, a home realtor, told me you should put a cleaning company. We said, no, I'm a guy, we cannot put a cleaning company. And he told me, I will give you the first client. So the first client came, and after that, it was something that grew really good. I was only me at the beginning, then me and Maria when she could. And right now, we was a point that we were a team of 15 people. Right now, due to the pandemic and everything, we're recovered again. We're a team of 9 people, ready to start the 10th person on next Friday. And that's what we are. We become a really steady company with a name mostly on Simcoe and York area. We're happy that it works.
That's awesome. And what are some of the difficulties that you encountered while trying to grow the business?
Being a guy, that's the main thing. Like being a guy is so difficult. Like it was at the beginning, I was doing really good jobs. People were referring me to their house. This is how it works. Everybody need to refer. And I used to go to the houses and say, hey, I'm gonna clean your house. Like, no. Like, yeah, it's me. Like, no. We spell a woman. No, sorry. And they just closed the door to me. Sometimes there were ladies who were cleaning the houses, and then they call me. Like, you know what? You did a really good job, but really sorry, my husband
It's not comfortable
with a guy coming into the house. So it was a little bit frustrated at the time, but then I continued working. My wife, she continued encouraging me every often. I used to sometimes get like disappointed. I keep saying, I would just stay with the kids. Like this was just a job.
Yeah, the beginning wasn't easy and weird. And well, Pedro mainly got like really discouraged about this because it was pretty hard to see the reality out there where people were not accepting him because he was a guy and clearly they didn't want him to offer that type of service, right? It got to a point that he was like, you know what, I don't think that I'll be able to be successful if people don't allow me or like don't see my work. They just don't pass by the fact that I'm a guy, right? So I keep encouraging him to make a difference. So I think for anybody that is seeing this video, like don't give up. Like keep trying. A lot of doors are gonna close, but at the end you have to keep going, right? If he didn't and if he stopped, it will make a huge difference right now in the world. Like what are we saying, right? Like every time that something, because he's a guy or because there's a women feel, it's something that we're never gonna pass by, right? So I encourage people to not let these little things stop them from what they want, right? This business allowed us to invest more time as a family, and that's what mainly we wanted. We wanted to be able to spend more time with our kids and to have like the time and the quality that they needed, right? Not to go and drop them off to a daycare or something like that. And by doing this type of business, we're also giving that chance to our clients, right? When we go to their houses, we are doing a service that will allow them to spend more time with their families, with their kids, right? And we understand that, and it's a big commitment. We're here, and we had customers that have been with us for the 4 years that we've been working in Loz Cleaners, right? They become family.
During the pandemic, we have to shut down March last year because everybody was scared. Like we didn't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I was sending like texts, like apologies to clients. I always tell my wife again, like I'm not that optimistic person. She's the one who always like this is the end. Like really remember this is supposed to be like a tryout something. And then I started texting one person, two people, and after like we said 3 days, I started getting a lot of emails, texts like, hey, you know what, we understand the situation. If you are okay, we are okay with that. You can go to our houses. And then I have to answer back, like, you know what, this is something that we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, really don't know what is happening here. So, and then everybody say, as soon you're ready, just let us know and come back. And then I remember the one day from nowhere, I got a payment. And I text the client, it's like, sorry, you're paying me for what? You didn't owe me money. It's like, I'm paying you for the time you have been off. It's already like 4 weeks and...
Because they wanted to keep that spot.
That's right. And
like,
they say...
When they were ready to resume, the cleanings, they wanted him to, be there
Be
for
at the
them.
top,
Yeah.
And because already most of the people, they knew each other, and then that client told the other one, I'm doing this one to this guy, what about if you, and then I started to get like payments in the middle of the pandemic, like, and I told my wife, what should you do? So to be honest, they were, I had to put something on my Interact transfer to don't go out direct to deposit. I put it like in hold. As a show of respect to the client, like, I'm not taking your money, just thank you, there. And the client said, you didn't accept. I say, yes, promise that I will take it. And then when it shows the message that it will expire, and I'm really like serious in this, we tell the client, we're gonna accept this one because it's gonna expire, you can cancel it, or we're gonna accept it, and they will accept it. And then we start back, I think in May, slowly. I remember one house per day. And then after that, every client, they were surprised because we didn't increase a penny on the price. I stick on my prices.
It was a very difficult time, and only when you have that kind of relationship with your clients and they become part of your family and all that, you are able to see these things, right? We saw this loyal client trying to keep our business going, and that meant the world to us. We did have a lot of clients that unfortunately lost their jobs and things like that, and we were able to understand that part too, right? They were difficult times for everybody. We were lucky enough that when everything opened up, we were able to go back to their houses and keep helping people the way that we can, right? We usually have our packages established, of how we do the cleanings and what they include. But with our loyal clients, we make exceptions. If there's something that we are able to do for them that is not part of the package, we'll do them if time allow, right? If they weren't able to pick something up, or they weren't able to, make the beds or something like that, it's not part of the cleaning package. But if we have time and we will do it for them, because that will make the difference.
We just tell them, you know what, we don't do this, but since I always just say this word, since we are here, why not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like we tell them, don't expect that we're gonna be done every day, but honestly, it happens every often. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't remember a part that I say to client, I won't do this, because since we're there, we're not that difficult. We're easygoing company. That's why people like us.
Yeah.
And the fact that people were sending you money ahead of time speaks a lot about
that was shocking.
Yeah, the relationship you have with them, and just the level of trust that they have in you, right?
Yeah, they were at a point they will keep saying, just come. And say, like, honestly, we don't know. I'm being honest. I was ready to come back. I have 2 kids. I have hair. So,
We will make exceptions, yes.
like, we have a really big ones.
Yes, we will make exceptions during the pandemic for the customers the clients that were, that had small children and or like elders or someone that was, very sick and wasn't able to do anything. We will do those exceptions. Like we will go to, but for the most part, we stopped all our clinics during the pandemic. We were only doing those exceptions to the people that we have a lot of people that are not able to walk.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because then for some people it's just like a nice to have a cleaning service so that you get your own time. But then for other people, it's really a necessity. A part like
we did actually. Sorry, Pedro. We did actually moms that were gonna deliver the baby. So before they bring the baby home, we went there and like sanitized everything. They were not home. The only thing we asked them during the pandemic, if we had to do the service, it was for them to not be in the house. So there will not be any contact between the cleaners and the whole family, right? But for those things, for our clients that have been with us and they've been loyal to us, how you say no in that important time where she's gonna give birth and she needs the house to be completely sanitized, right? Or if someone was going, we also had a client that was going on a surgery, right? And when she came back, she needed help like cleaning up and all that, right? So we needed to make those exceptions to our clients. And then for the rest, they all, most of them, they all understood, the situation, and they're back now, right? But we need to be a little bit careful on how we don't want to book too many cleanings in one day because the processes are different now. Like we need to change clothes and we need to, sanitize everything. So we need to be very careful. Right. Yeah,
all that time slows you down in between one house to the other.
Big time. There was a point that we used to do like, because I have a team of people and something that our company has. Like I have different people, but I always go to every house.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I don't think there's a business when you can see the owner in every single cleaning because the good thing about Loz Cleaners is that you know who Pedro is because he will be in your cleaning no matter what, right? That's why we also try to stick to one area. Like we will do probably Bradford all that day, so it's like close by, and Pedro can actually supervise every single cleaning and be there, right?
Because I also work in the house.
Yeah, he does too because if there's things that were not done, he will go and do it themselves, or he will spend probably a couple hours in each house, so he will make sure that everything is done. So I think that says a lot about the company in general, right?
Yeah, you take pride in your work and make sure that it's done right no matter what.
Yeah.
There are clients who actually, that's a funny thing. At the beginning, I used to laugh at this thing now. At the beginning, I was like, no, you're a guy. Nowadays, most of the clients like, but are you going to be there? No. Yes, I will be there. Like, are you going to be literally the 3 or 4 hours you're going to spend there? I say, just, when they say that, I don't say no. I say yes. And immediately in my head, it's like, okay, so let's make a schedule for myself that client said that I wanted to be there. And that's good. I'm glad because they're clients and I think they're people like us. Still, they have the same issues. They have the same problems. Everybody's scared about the pandemic. Everybody wants to have the house clean. So we're there. Like, as an example, like, at the beginning, already called us like, hey, are you okay with pets? Like, I don't know why we're not okay. And they keep telling us the other cleanings, like, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We're okay with pets. Sometimes they want to put it in a cage or something. No, don't. We say, it's your pet's your family, so you need to be around. We're okay.
It's their home.
Yeah, so it's their home. So why should be locked at the door if I am coming home?
So I think that goes back to how we consider them like part of this family that is called Loz Cleaners, right? Because we take in consideration anything that they're going through in their lives and also to their dynamic, right? Because for us it's important if they have specific dynamic in the family, we don't want to interrupt that. We want to make them feel as comfortable as they can. Before the pandemic, they will be like, we can't leave home, like we need to be here.
And
That's fine.
That's your house.
But for
Stay
us,
here.
it was
That's no
fine
problem.
because at the end too, what we want as a business is to be able to start the cleaning with the customer there, and
Yeah, so talk about a little bit like the procedure, like how you when you get to the home, what does it look like?
Especially first-time clients or clients who does something called a deep cleaning, we suggest / we request is that for them to please be there in the moment that we arrive. A lot of people, they hire us because they hear about us from a friend. So they say, I want to leave the key here. We want to take us the code. We're like, I hope that you could stay home at least when I arrive, so you can show me what's going to be done in the house. And
to set expectations.
That's
too,
right.
Because we want to make sure that if they're picking up a package, they know what the package includes, and we can show them based on their home what's going to be done. So at the end, the client not going to come home and be like, oh, but you didn't do this and you didn't do that, because it wasn't included. And it needs to be, I think, for any business, like expectations have to be set like from the get-go. Like you can't leave anything, because at the end you don't want to disappoint your client, right? If you give your the list of things that you do and expectations are set, then you most likely won't have any issues, right?
Yeah.
While we're working, if they want to go out, we're okay. And we ask them, like, could you be back when we're finishing?
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't know.
If not,
they say
we'll
we
send
don't know. That's right.
pictures.
So we tell them, like, we're going to text you 30 minutes before we're finishing. We're going to text you 15 minutes before we're finishing. And the last text will be just 5 minutes before we're finishing. Just to give you time to see if you can come. And when they come, we walk the house. We walk literally the whole house, show them what we did. Because we tell them, a deep cleaning or a first-time cleaning, we're going to move everything that's possible to move. So we like to show them, hey, we didn't move this, we couldn't move this. Or sometimes we like to tell them, we're proud of what we do. Hey, do you remember this area? Look how it is right now.
Because part of the deep cleaning is to move things so we are able to clean, behind like the fridge and stuff like that. But when it comes to big furniture, we always say if we're allowed to move it and if we're able to move it, physically move it,
without damaging.
Exactly.
And without hurt ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end, we also, as a company, we need to protect the people that work with us, right? We don't want anybody to get injured or something like that. So if permitted, that's why it's so important, like that initial conversation, that initial like walkthrough. We have a lot of cases where they're like, because they work, they're not able to be there, and we also understand that. But at the same time, we need to find that the way to tell them, this is what is going to be done, and I'm going to send you pictures if you're not able.
So we send you pictures of before and after. It takes me like a little bit during what I work. I take a picture, and then before and after, I do a collage of. I send probably like 30 pictures because I pick just single pictures, 2 pictures in one, before and after, and I keep sending them. Some clients are like, okay, don't worry, we're okay. Like, it's okay. Sorry, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get a lot of pictures, but trust me, like. And some clients also say they look at me like, oh, they're very embarrassed, and it's not. It's a deep cleaning. You're gonna find those things.
That's why it's also like for social media. We know how important social media is right now, and how much it would have increase our like clientele and all that, but we also want to respect their privacy, right? Like putting pictures and stuff like that, some people don't like it, right? They feel embarrassed, and we can relate too, because sometimes even though he has a cleaning company, I'm always busy. We have 2 kids, we have a dog, and keeping the house is hard, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And if someone drops by, unannounced, it's like, oh my God, the house is not clean, right? So we can relate to that. We take pride of our home, and so are they, right? So we want to be respectful of pictures or anything like that.
Some clients said, hey, put it on your Facebook, put it on Instagram. Like, are you sure? Yeah. All the pictures that we have in our Facebook, the people will say, put it, please.
If it was for Pedro, he would put also videos of all their pets that he plays with.
I love that. I love pets. Like I love sitting around me, cats, dogs.
He always comes with a different story about like all the animals that he sees, and some of the clients that we have, like we share a lot of stories about our kids and our dog and that, and they even tell us like bring your kids to play. Some of them have like big yards and animals and stuff, and they always say, oh, bring the kids to play.
We just got a dog like 4 months ago, and I'm telling every client with a dog, hey, do you know we have a dog? And everyone's like, oh my God, finally, because we talk with the clients. While we're cleaning, I talk to them. And I'm a chatty person. I like talking. And I talk to people, hey, I like your dog. I want to have one day. And when I told them, hey, we have a dog right now, everybody was excited.
And that's the kind of relationship that we love to have with our clients. Sometimes it's not possible because we get a lot of clients too that are like moving in and moving out, so they not necessarily need more services other than when they're moving, and that's it, right? Or we work with a lot of realtors. Like luckily, we work with a lot of like good realtors around the area, and usually they do it just for like the showings of the house and stuff like that. And those are like 1 or 2 cleans that we're not gonna get a client back or something, but we love working with the realtors. They actually bring a lot of business to us, and we've built a good relationship with them.
Sometimes, most of the time, the way they do it is like they call us one day before, hey, I have a house, and they are regular clients.
There's sometimes like even like couple hours before.
Really?
I wasn't expecting this on the showing. Can you come now?
But
like, oh my God.
It's hard to tell them no, because they're actually a really, really
and because we understand the business too.
That's right.
Yeah, high pressure, low turnover.
They tell us, my client told us the house will be clean, and it's not, can you come? And we're like, okay. We go there. We figured out a way to do it.
We will do for them things, we will go out of like the sink area just for them. We try to stick with sink area because of what we were saying. Pedro likes to supervise everything. So if the realtors require that, most likely will be Pedro the one going into, Mississauga or Scarborough or stuff like that. But most of it we like to keep in the Simcoe area, so he's able to supervise everything like he likes, right? And
those are just like special requests that you try to
it's when it's most home realtors or regulars who have their parents in another house, in another city. It's hard to say no. It's like, honestly, for me, it's hard when they say, "Can you go to that place?" I go, "Okay," and you know that you book the whole day for them, because if you're going to Mississauga, it takes like an hour.
Or he will have to do like overnight or like very early, so he's able to be back on time to go in his route with the rest of the Simcoe area.
And so, like, what's the schedule that you try to accommodate people? Like, what? Like 7 days a week, or
we
used to
7 days a week, holidays. Right now we are like, we try most 8 to 4, 8 to 5, because as I mentioned at the beginning, our team members are the same as us, parents with kids and everything. So we all try to start from 9 o'clock and then finish before 3.
And usually our clients, they like to come home from work.
And they have the same thing.
Yeah, and then be able to enjoy, their family time. So we want to keep it on. We do the night ones or like very early only when it's like commercial or like something for a realtor. But residential, which is most of our business, it's it's usually within the times that the kids are not going to be at home and the parents are working. So they're able to come to a clean home and they don't have to worry about us being in the way.
But we're flexible. Yeah. We could work anytime.
But we noticed like with these 4 years have shown us a lot of like how, like what exactly our clients like, the times that they like to work. And because we started with the purpose of being, more with our family, we want our team or crew to have the same thing. Most of them are like moms or like grandmas that want to spend time with their kids, or they have to pick up kids. So we try to be flexible because that's how we started, right? If anything, it has to be like over hours or something like that. It will be me and Pedro trying to work it out so the team has.
Oh, we work with someone who's really, really personal, who we trust. And we tell them, hey, we say we were like that. And sometimes we're like, sorry, we have this client who wants us to come at nighttime. Even our team's like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, it took me a long time to tell them that, but then okay, let's work it.
Because I guess they understand that it's not all the time that
that's
it happens.
right,
It's not that common. Or like I said, if we have someone that has come out of the hospital, something like that, and we need to have it like the house cleaning by 7 a.m., those are things, exceptions.
Our husbands who wife were away, we have a lot of those husbands, their houses were away, and they call me like regular clients, like literally regular clients. That was a funny story. I remember one day, the guy called me, hey, can you clean my house? So, that's weird. Like, it took you, it's not this week, it's supposed to be next week. I said, no, I want you to come this week. Okay, that was a weird call, but I will be there. What time? This time? Okay. And I was, oh my God, this house, what happened here? Like, really, what happened? Don't say nothing. I clean the house. Okay, we're leaving right now. Just don't tell my wife. Okay, I won't tell your wife.
If you're watching, hi.
I won't tell your wife. But you're curious, like, what happened here? And then the following week, I text, like, hey, so it's time for you bi-weekly cleaning. No, the client texts me like, hey, are you coming this week? And I made a mistake. I said, we just were last week.
Oh.
And the ladies are laughing. She actually called me and said, I knew it. I knew you guys were there. It's impossible that he cleaned the house. It happened a lot of times to them. And that guy is actually a friend of mine. I told him, hey, I think I made a mistake. I said, I knew. Don't worry. It's just we want to surprise her that we could keep the house clean. It happens a lot, guys who wife is away and the kids make a mess and they call us. Sometimes they call us because they made a mess in the laundry room. They don't know how to do laundry and literally happens. Guys don't know how to do laundry and they make a mess in the laundry room and they call us. Can you clean this? I say, yeah, we could clean that, but you want to show them how to do laundry too? Because we could do that too.
So it doesn't happen
so again. It doesn't happen again.
And when as you were trying to grow the company and stuff, like in terms of the competition and stuff, what kind of you were telling me a story of like that they were talking bad about you and stuff.
That's actually how we got business.
That's our best.
We were really discouraged at that time. Well, mostly Pedro, because Pedro's like that, right?
I
was on the side being like, no, don't worry. But he was really discouraged because of all these people like actually refusing the cleaning when they saw that he was a guy. So when we noticed too is like we're in the Facebook groups in like the different cities, and there was a lot of ladies that were talking bad about Pedro. They were saying like how they can allow a guy to go to
husbands can allow.
So these people were our competition. They had their business in that specific city, and they were saying like, oh, you shouldn't get their service because like he's a guy and that's dangerous, and they can rape your wives and be careful with your kids and things like that. Very mean things. But that actually got us business.
Yeah, a lot of people were calling me like, "Are you the guy who can help us?" And I remember the first call. I was like, really defensive, like, why is that call? Does that really matter? Yeah, someone is talking about you that you're really good, but you're a guy. Yes, and then you're gonna come, and then I came, and then that client tell me the whole story. He showed me the posters. Can you believe this is happening? And I was, okay, that's fine. Of course, inside me, it's like, I can't believe people do those things. But that's okay, no problem. We're okay with that. And then again, when I continued receiving calls with are you the guy? It was almost a year, those calls, like, are you the guy?
There was a lady that said straight up, I just want to know who you are.
Who are you? Really know who is the guy? Every story is talking about a guy. Who are you? Like, it's me, lady.
So that actually got us business.
They were advertising for you in a way.
That's right.
Because they were curious about it, right? I feel that it wasn't the first time that this type of things were happening, where a business will trash another business, to make them fail. So people already knew that these things happen, and they wanted to know who was this guy that was offering this service, and that got us a lot of business.
Plus, we have always from the day one the uniforms. The car has logos. every house that we go the business card. Even if
Yeah.
they see us 100 times, we keep dropping the card there to make sure that they know that we're there. So that's what makes us different. Some people they think that we charge per hour. I would say we don't charge per hour. We charge per service. So if we tell you this is how much it is, this is how much it is. We're gonna do this job this particular time.
And he doesn't go to the houses to do quotes.
We
And
don't.
that's something that
Most of the time we don't.
yeah, like unless it's something, you know, he will say a number based on what the customer is saying that it has. And if it is not like that, he will still do it. He will honor the price, but he will say, you know what, like for the next cleaning, like this is not.
And we tell the client
yeah.
on the phone, like, just make
If
sure
something-
you're telling me everything. You know, I'm gonna trust what you're saying. Just make sure it is exactly what you're saying, because I tell the clients, I know for you your time is important, and you don't want to have a guy be there for like 20 minutes telling you what to do,
Yeah.
how your house is dirty. Just tell
Although
me
there's
when
a
you
lot
need
of
them.
people that still want it. And
Yeah,
will
there are
do
clients
it.
who say,
Yeah.
could you please come to my
Yeah.
house? And that time I say, of course.
Yeah.
And honestly, it doesn't take me that much.
Yeah.
It takes us like 3 minutes, and they're like, that's it. It's really, this is your house. You want me to come? You want me to see him? And then most of them, they tell me it's because we want to see you guys. We want to see who is coming, who really is
Yeah.
coming.
So we're very
And we're okay
open.
with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
we respect both sides. The ones that don't have time to do like a quote or something like that, and they need the service right away, or the ones that want us to spend the time in their house, or even if it's 10 minutes, so they can get to know us, and we'll give them a quote like based on their home, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And what are the different packages that you offer?
We have a basic cleaning, which if your house is really clean, literally, like you only need like a touch up. It's called basic. We have the middle one is a plus cleaning. That's the most popular that we done. We have the plus cleaning. It's like we make sure your house stays clean all the time. That is for regular clients who comes to come every 2 weeks, every week. We clean the washrooms, baseboard. We keep the baseboards clean. We keep the windows clean. We say we keep it. It's because usually in a plus package, before that, it was a deep cleaning package.
Yeah, we always try to be honest with them and saying, because this is your first cleaning, we suggest that you do the deep cleaning. The house will be, you know, ready for your next visit. We can do either a basic or either a plus. But your house was like deep clean once, and that usually, you know, a lot of people want us to do a deep cleaning like every month.
That's
and
right.
we are very honest, like you don't need it.
Don't waste your
right?
money on that.
Exactly. So usually,
Especially if, since you guys are doing the regular cleaning.
That's
right?
right. And they tell us, hey, you did a good job. So you're gonna continue coming every month? I say, yeah. So another deep cleaning next month? It's like, no, you don't need it. Literally, you don't need a deep cleaning the next 4 or 5 months, unless that you have like, literally you have to have like 4 dogs, like 3 kids that are really messy and something like that.
Or there's something special, like if they have like construction or something
That's
like
right.
that.
Renovations.
Exactly. In that case, we'll say, yeah, of course, like if you need it before. But people have the misconception that a deep cleaning needs to be done every month, and it's not necessarily.
If you maintain the
like
house,
that.
you don't have.
Exactly.
Do
That's what
every
we said.
4 or
Like
5
do
months.
one deep cleaning, and then just maintain your home either with a basic and a plus, and then you won't need it for like 5 months, right? Just so you can keep your house like clean, right?
The most common thing that we do is spring and fall cleaning,
Yeah.
summer and winter cleaning. That's what most of the clients have. Like right now, we're busy. We're really, really busy because the pandemic put us behind a
Yeah.
season. Like right now, we're doing a lot of spring cleaning.
Usually, spring cleaning is like our biggest thing, and then now everything moved, right? Because in the summer it's a little bit more like slow, because usually the parents have to take time off to be with their kids and stuff like
that's right.
that.
And it's
But
more people
now
who are
everything
moving
moves.
on summer.
Yeah.
But right now, it's both things. People who are moving on the houses and the spring cleaners are happening right now.
Yeah, everything is happening now, but we said we're not gonna get overwhelmed with
No.
trying to cram everything.
Because we won't do a
one
good
day.
job if we do that.
Yeah, so we're trying to take our time, and that's what we're explaining to our customers too. Is like we're gonna take time to get everybody back in like regular scheduling, just because we don't want to offer half services just so we have 10 cleanings in one day.
We could do like 5 cleanings in a day, but we are
Yeah,
honest. We tell the clients, it won't be the fifth house won't be the same as the first house
Yeah.
because we're human beings.
Plus,
We're gonna be
don't
tired.
retire.
We're
we
gonna
need
be
to take
tired.
care of our staff too. Like we
Our
can
staff,
have them to do
Yeah.
as many cleanings in one day and just be worn out next day. They won't be able to. You know how
Yeah.
cleaning is. It's just
Yeah.
a workout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very physical
Yeah, it's
for
very
sure.
physical.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to do like a good job, maintain the same level.
Yeah.
of
We
quality.
try to like basically like rotate them and
We rotate them.
in the way that they're doing also the duties in the house, so they're not like always doing the hard stuff, so they
Yeah.
just rotate from house to house.
Because sometimes I tell my team, like, I know you have a bad day. It seems you're having a bad day. What about if you do this?
Yeah.
Like, clearly I know. Like, I could see someone who have problems at home, the kids, somebody's sick. It's like, I'm okay. If you need to be on the phone, just stay away a little bit. Call your kids, make sure they're fine, and just focus on this. Because, it's a house. You are touching a house, you're working a house, and people are paying us.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
Yeah.
every time that somebody pays us, it's important because they keep us working. You have to respect every house. So like sometimes there are houses who actually, it seems like nobody touch it. That's super clean. And we like to tell the client, do you really want us to do something in your house?
Yeah.
And they say yes. And those are the most difficult houses. Because houses are extremely clean. We have to actually literally start
Find
checking
something,
what
yeah.
to do
Oh, yeah.
for them to see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they see the difference. Actually, they tell us like, oh, so you moved this. I say, wow, I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
tell you. You actually
Because
see
in
it.
those cases, you don't have to. It's not general. It's more like detail.
Yeah.
And you need to actually find what they think it's dirty or something, right?
that
So it
makes
takes
sense.
longer to.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it that they need? Obviously we need to do the basic, but
Yeah.
then we need to pay attention to the
Yeah,
details.
there are people who
right?
actually really.
And then we'll be honest and say, listen, you don't need a plus, you don't need a deep cleaning, you just need to maintain probably with just the basic and that's it, right?
Mhm.
Usually those are like elder clients
Yeah.
that they're very like neat and they like to keep
Yeah.
their houses clean and they need just a little bit more help, but they're very like nitpicking out like
Uh-huh.
everything, right?
Uh-huh.
Those are hard, but
Yeah, those are
What are some tips that for when you go into somebody's home that will make your job a little bit easier to get in
big
and out?
stuff from the floor.
pick it up on the floor. Pick your kids'
Yeah.
toy, pick your clothes.
Yeah.
Try to leave how much stuff you can in a box or something else because if you leave all the toys on the floor, it will take kids. For example, you see all the Lego pieces. We don't like Lego pieces.
Those are our enemies.
you don't like it. I have two kids. They love Legos, and I vacuum the Legos, but I cannot vacuum the Legos of my clients. So it takes time. It takes like 25 minutes just to picking up stuff, and then on top of that, then you have to start cleaning. And that's
Sometimes I'll be busy because I have another job and he will call me and be like, I need you to come and help me just pick stuff. Just come to this address, just pick stuff from the floor so I can actually clean, right?
Uh-huh.
Because that sets you back because we have a schedule. We need to go to our next cleaning and if we have to pick everything to actually start cleaning, it makes a huge difference in our time. Right?
We tell clients, we understand. Everybody has a bad day, which you're going to work, your kid decides to
You're
throw
running late.
all the
Yeah.
toys. We are okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
We are okay the second time. But the third time, we have to tell the client, could you please make sure that...
And we also have like clients that specifically has asked us that, they're not able to do
They are
it.
not picking them up.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're not able to do it. So then we'll know that we need to schedule it with a lot more time, right? And these are just exceptions. We won't do it for everybody,
Yeah.
but these are moms that,
Yeah, you see what
have
happens, yeah.
like lots of kids or like, like she just had surgery, like a knee surgery, like those things, like we
Yeah.
will make exceptions because like I said, we believe that we are a family and like we have, to take care of them as well, right?
Yeah.
It's not, we won't do it for everybody, but in these cases and those exceptions, we'll know. We know certain clients that is not able to get up, so we will do their dishes.
Yeah.
We usually,
I
that
mean,
doesn't include in
Even
any of our
there are people who say,
Yeah.
there are people who actually start doing this and they ask, what are you doing? So,
But
we're okay.
they don't
We're
need to
here.
ask.
And I tell them, you know what? We're gonna clean your sink. You won't see your sink clean if the dishes are there.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we clean the dishes. We do beds. Like we don't do beds.
Yeah. You
But
won't see it in our package.
we can't
anywhere.
we cannot leave your house, your bedroom clean if your bed is not done. So let the client again. Just so you know, we did your bed. We don't do that, so don't expect to have your bed done every time we're here.
Everything is time allowed. If we are allowed to do it and we have time between our cleanings, why not?
And that's what makes the difference. That's why our clients are coming back. That's why they call us for birthdays. They remember my kid's birthday.
Oh, and Christmas becomes loaded with like gifts for the kids, and that means the world to us. Right?
It seems that listen when I'm talking about 2 different kids. They literally give me things for each kid, how they are. They know the name, her name. They know our dog name. They know. It's like things like, hey, did you finish this thing in your house? I say, I didn't. In my head, it's like I didn't remember that I talked to you about that.
Because he talks so much.
Yeah, because I talk a lot. I talk to different people. I was like, yes, I remember. There are clients who actually recommend people to do things at home because they suggest me people who do renovations or things like that, and they're like, okay, so thanks for the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. So you really go above and beyond.
Because that's the difference. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. Plus,
we could be taking right now a lot of cleanings, but we choose not to because we want to be able to be more personalized with the clientele that we have right now, and we want to be able to, though it's not very common that people have stayed with us for 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that to us means a lot. It means that we need to take care of them as they have taken care of us, keeping our business going, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. No, this really like inspiring, and like it's an awesome story to take something from like to start something just because like you were bored.
I was bored.
And then growing it into like this
Mind
big
you,
business.
he's a neat freak, so that's why this suited him so well.
Yeah.
It's because you need to do something that you like.
Yeah.
Any work. If you don't like it, you're in the wrong thing. Like I was doing management, financial and customer service for 22 years. I was really good at that, but I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I just called her every single day. Like, I don't like this. Mm-hmm. I don't like what I'm doing.
And the emotional support of the
company. HR.
As you can see.
Of course, sometimes I say, I have a bad day, but I won't say I don't like it. It's like, okay, like you are outside, you're breathing, you're going to different houses, talking to people.
Yeah. No, that's important. Yeah. And I think a lot of that's something very common for a lot of business owners, that it's like, they just even if at the beginning they start making less money maybe, but they're happier. They feel like they're in control of their own time and energy, and being happy is
and that family time, right? Because we take everything for granted, and our kids, the parents that are seeing this right now, like time flies, and then if you're always busy, you're never gonna get to enjoy, your kids. Yeah. Next time you turn, they're already in like college, and then time just passed by, right? Yeah. So I think that we were very fortunate that we realized that our priority in life was to be more with our kids, right? And that's why sometimes we think we could have been doing more, more money working on the weekends, but those are just, Saturdays. Usually Pedro works because he does it like once a month, two times a month for something very specific or for a specific request. There's some of our clients that can only do Saturdays, and we will do it for them. But Sundays, it's something that is for the family, and we're lucky that he's here to get the kids from school and to spend time with them. Those are things that we're never gonna take back.
Before the pandemic, I used to pick them out of school, drop them at school, and pick them out of school. Same thing with all my team members. It was like, okay, so we have 45 minutes left. Let's make sure we're ready, because you guys need to pick up your kids from the bus. I need to pick up my kids at school.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Yeah, the work that you're doing. How can people get in contact with you if they wanna?
Our marketing manager here. She created our Facebook page, our Instagram page. You can call us. You can find us in Loz Cleaners, Loz Cleaners. Our phone number is 647-869-0378.
You're gonna hear that lovely
You're gonna hear my voice.
with that accent. Very proud of his
Sometimes
country.
you have to repeat twice what he's saying because I always say what. And then we're gonna book you. We never overbook. I don't remember a time that we overbook somewhere. We always take the jobs that we can. Right now, it's funny. We have people in waiting list.
Yes, we do.
Oh, wow.
We have people for September already. Who told us it happens. Some people cancel and then we have to call. Hey, we have someone today who canceled. Come today. Come right now. But you're not home. Just open the door. This is the garage door and go inside.
Yeah.
Today we did one of those things, because a client has a situation and cancel it and then call another client.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
Wish you more success.
Thank you, and thank you for doing all these things to help, all our small businesses out there. And, a lot of businesses are struggling, and this is great.
And we have to help each other.
Yeah,
We have to help each other.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Helping each other is how we can all grow.
Yeah,
100%,
and you have to
yes.
remember that we all are together in this.
Yeah.
We all are together in this, and this is amazing.
Yes.
Lo que
Thank
estás haciendo.
you.
Okay,
Gracias.
thank you.